All right, folks, you happen to notice that there's a few very interesting and prestigious awards and plaques on that wall over there. That's because I am in the office of Mayor John Cosgrove. Mr. Mayor, how are you? And good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Wayne. How are you?
I am excited about so many things for the year, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how many years it's been, but I think you've been involved with our government for maybe 700, 800 years, something like that. Fireman, I mean, your family history goes back for about 1,000,000 years, like I always say. In my sad view, some of that is coming to an end. And I know there's going to be a change here in Fairlawn, but I just wanted to maybe spend a couple of minutes with you just to reflect a little bit on, which is probably, I would need like a 5-hour show to maybe just reflect on all the things you've been involved in, I know that. But just your thoughts about it and some concepts and your feelings about what's been going on for the last bunch of years
Well,
as
Wayne,
mayor and council.
yeah, well, Wayne, for me, I've served the last 5 terms as mayor, and I'll tell you that it has been my high honor and distinct privilege to serve the borough. And how many people I grew up here, and you get to be the mayor of the town you love. And I've been so fortunate to meet so many of our residents and know what makes Fairlawn, what sets Fairlawn apart from all the other communities. It's our residents, our volunteers, the people who just tirelessly work for our community, our employees. So I'm really, I've really been blessed, and it's been a great run for me. I've really enjoyed every minute of it.
I know that I've been involved with covering events for many, many years, and you're always there. I mean, you were always involved with every part of it, no matter how small or how big the event or the promotion was, maybe. And any stand out, maybe a smidge more? That might be a tough question, but is there some of the thoughts that you've had that you said, wow, this was a great thing that was going on?
Yeah, there are a lot of accomplishments that, the whole council really should take credit for, and our borough manager, Jim Van Kroeningen, our CFO, Karen Palermo, employees. But, I think some of the things that stood out for me, the first thing is that when I was elected, I wanted to calm things down here. We had through some turmoil and within the borough and with the residents, and I felt that we needed to bring everyone together, and I'm very happy that happened. One of the things I made 2 promises when I decided to run for office. One was that I would treat the residents and the employees with respect, and the other is that I'd give 100% to the job. And I feel very proud about that, because I did put a lot of time in, but some of the projects, just to think back, and some of the things that have happened, we built this inclusionary park for people with special needs, and I'm very proud of that. It was a great effort by government. Some of our businesses donated, and then the committee raised over $100,000. And now, children who are in wheelchairs can go there, or disabled, and do that. And I think, all in all, we've helped people with special needs in our community, the dances we've held, all those things that have happened now. One of the biggest things for me, having lived here my whole life, I know a lot of people who are seniors, and we fought very hard to get the money the last round, and we finally secured it a few months back for the 84 units of affordable senior housing that we're going to build. I know there's so many people in Fairlawn that want to stay here, and it gets less affordable for them as they get older. So, my final trip to Trenton, we sat in a boardroom with the commissioner of housing, and before I left, he said, we got to find a way to help this guy. And I was very pleased that I got the phone call from the governor's office that we've been funded. So now we're going to have affordable senior housing here, probably a shovel in the ground by the summer, and hopefully within a year after that we'll be able to have that. Some of the other things, the police department, when we came into office, there was a lot of turmoil, there were lawsuits, and I'm very, very proud of our police department, the way they have rebounded, and under the leadership of Chief Cowles, they've now been accredited twice, which only 1/3 of the departments in our state get accredited, and I think they've really, really done well, and I'm very proud of them. One of the other things is, we rebuilt our surplus, which allowed us now, we got a AA Moody's rating, the highest rating that Fairlawn has ever had, and it allowed us to refinance our long-term debt at low interest rates. So that was a really, really good thing. And at our last work session, we had our auditor come in, and I asked him to evaluate Fairlawn's financial and economic situation, and he said it's excellent, the best it's ever been. So, I'm very proud of those things, and the council and my Deputy Mayor Amy Lefkowitz, Deputy Mayor Peluso, Deputy Mayor Swain, and Mark Zarnis, of course. Councilman Zarnis, both he and Amy will be leaving, but I thank them so much for all their hard work.
I think that the town, on so many different levels, always appreciated you being involved, being there from the event, and you'll be in everybody's mind forever. It's the kind of thing that people like to show appreciation, and sometimes it's even hard to show that. I know as a fact, like I mentioned before, that I cover millions of things, and you are always there. I always ask you if you have 2, 3 twin brothers that we don't know about.
Well,
but you're still going to be involved. You're still going to be on the
Right.
council. You're still going to be having your input, and I think people should know that too.
I'll tell you one thing. One day I sat down and I just jotted this down, and as the mayor, you can, you're not as important as you think you really are, but you can do important things for other people. So one of the things I tried to do was help people. Michaela and all the fundraisers we had for Lyra, the little girl with a genetic disease,
Yeah.
Michaela, who needed a handicap van, and the great thing about that, there's a number of people that we've been able to help, and that's because the people of Fairlawn are very generous. I just happen to be in a fortunate position to step forward and
Well, you inspire that too, and people see your lead, and they like to be part of it. I think that's a very important fact, also.
yeah, and I'm not done with that. Even though I'm
Well,
not
we
going
hope
to be
to
the
hear
mayor.
that.
And just to tell you, I have a new mission. There's a young man. His name is Brandon Higgins. Unfortunately, he had brain cancer, and his family needs a handicap van, and they just raised $7,000 at Memorial Middle School for him. But I'm going to run another fundraiser for Brandon, a big fundraiser, and hopefully, like Michaela, we'll be able to. I know you were with us that day when we delivered the van, and hopefully the Higgins family, because now, when his dad had told me when they want to go somewhere, they have to go rent a handicapped van to take Brandon somewhere. So we want to make sure that we can do that. So, some of the things I'm still going to be involved with. I said last night at the council meeting, it's going to be a different role for me. I'm going to be a council person. I won't be the mayor, and I'll be in the minority. But, I promised last night that I'm not there to resist. I'm there to assist. So I want to try to help the new administration, whoever the mayor may be. We don't know yet. But whoever it is, and, work with the administration to keep Fairlawn going the right way and moving forward.
Well, let me be the voice of Fairlawn. Thank you for your service, for your dedication, for your love that you showed for the community and the people in it. And we want to emphasize that you are still going to be part of us, and we just want to appreciate that. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Wayne. As I said, when I got elected, over 100 years ago, my grandparents walked across the Fairlawn Avenue Bridge and moved into Fairlawn sometime in the early 1900s. And I'm sure that they never thought that their grandson would have the opportunity to be the mayor of Fairlawn. And it's been a great thing for me, and I love the people of Fairlawn, and I had a great time doing it, and I enjoyed every minute. And thank you for everything you do, because you're out there all the time with me, so that's a great thing, and I hope we can continue that.
We most certainly will. So this is not a goodbye. It's let me just say, I'll see you around town, Mr. Mayor.
You got it. Thanks, Wayne.
All right, folks. I'm going to be walking around town again with more things. Stay with me and don't go away.